everyone, buckle up because today we're diving into something I think we can all relate to, stress relief.
Yeah, who doesn't need a little help with that these days, right?
Exactly. And we're not just talking about the usual tips and tricks, drink water, get some sleep. We're going deeper.
We're talking about the science of stress
Hmm.
and the incredible power of nature.
Yes. Specifically, we're exploring this whole idea of glamping as a way to tap into those nature vibes, but comfortably. We dug into some fascinating studies, one from the University of Essex and another from Stanford, and let me tell you, the results are pretty amazing.
Definitely eye-opening, even for someone like me who's, deep in this world of research all the time.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about the University of Essex study. They found that spending just 5 minutes in a natural setting like a park with trees can significantly reduce your cortisol levels.
Cortisol being that, like stress hormone we hear so much about.
Right. And they compared this to walking on a busy city street for the same amount of time, and the results were, well, let's just say there's a clear winner in the chill out department.
Yeah, nature walks for the win. But it's not just about, feeling better. There's some serious science behind this. Nature actually has a calming effect on our nervous systems.
Explain that a little more because I find that fascinating. How does just being around trees and stuff do all that?
Well, it seems like our bodies are wired to respond to nature's cues. Think about it. The sights, the sounds, even the smells of a forest or a park.
Oh, yeah, that fresh air.
Exactly. Our bodies register those things, and it triggers what's called a relaxation response. Our blood pressure goes down, our heart rate slows, and boom, we're just calmer and more at ease.
It's like hitting the reset button. I know I always feel more relaxed after a good walk in the park, but hold on because it gets even better. The Stanford study we looked at found that being in nature can actually make us more focused and attentive.
Right, which seems kind of counterintuitive, right? You'd thinking out in the world, more stimulation and all.
Totally. But they found that being in nature, away from all the urban chaos, actually helps us focus better.
It's like nature gives our minds permission to, declutter. And that allows us to zero in on whatever we need to do.
See, I need to go for a walk every time before I have a big meeting. Maybe that's the secret.
It couldn't hurt. But speaking of maximizing these benefits, let's talk about glamping. We took a look at Glampful, this awesome glamping site up in the Adirondacks, and they're all about this idea of disconnecting to reconnect.
And I love that they emphasize that so much. Like, yeah, nature's great, but they're really intentional about putting the phone down, unplugging from everything.
Which is essential, right? It's about creating space for your mind to actually unwind and reset. And that's where glamping comes in.
Because it's not just about roughing it, right? You get the nature experience, but with an extra layer of comfort.
Right. You're sleeping in a real bed, maybe even a fancy tent. You might have a fire pit, and you've got all these amazing outdoor activities right at your fingertips.
And they really play that up too. Like Glampful has kayaking, fishing, horseback riding, you name it.
It's all about finding that balance,
Yeah.
between relaxation and adventure.
And I think that's the key, right? That's how you really disconnect from the daily grind and tap into nature's stress-reducing powers. So as we wrap things up here, I'm left thinking about this. If just 5 minutes in nature can have such a big impact, imagine what a whole glamping trip could do for you.
Food for thought, right?
It really is. So next time you're feeling stressed out, consider this your sign to book that glamping trip. You might be surprised at how rejuvenated and re-energized you feel.
Absolutely. And don't forget to put those phones away.
Couldn't agree more. Until next time, everyone.